Well, if you watched the video yesterday, I got these wings joined together, and coming out fairly nice. I I do believe I can make it lighter though, and in this event, weight is a big factor because it goes from a standing start. Let me explain to you why I think I can make it lighter. This wing is 4 ounces. It has a three quarters of an ounce of wingtip weight in it. So it's actually 3 1/4 ounce. However, the first go around I did on this mold, different material, different schedule, stronger. I mean, it's a lot stronger. And it's lighter. So I don't know what I'm kind of torn. I know that you guys are sick of seeing me mold these wings. Now that I know that I can do it, I did this with polyester. This was the cheap resin. This was only $70 a gallon. I've got the schedule down and the way to go down. This will work. Don't get me wrong. I could build an airplane out of this. No problem. I'm kind of torn whether I should continue on building this one with the polyester resin or mold up another wing that's going to be 100% competitive in this material here. I'm thinking about, I know you guys hate watching this, but I'm thinking about doing it again with the competitive material. Because this is much, much better. I should have done it that way in the beginning, but I didn't. But here again, I wanted to cheap out to see if I could do it. Now that I've proven that I can, I think it's time to do one in the right materials. Yo! Yoli yoli! Yep, I think I'll do it in the right material. So what do you guys think? It's kind of wet from washing the release off of it. Is it perfect? No. Is it usable? Absolutely. Let's give you a close-up look at this. What the heck happened to the mouse? There it is. Water coming out of it. I just had it in the sink. Now this will get covered with urethane clear, so it looks really nice, but it'll all get sanded. But I think it turned out spectacular. But as I said, it's got 3/4 of an ounce of tip weight in it. I'll tell you exactly what it has. It has 244 caliber round balls in the tip. So I'm going to let you guys decide. What should I do? Make a good part, or make a right, keep going on this thing and end up with a mediocre job. At least I know that if I do it with this material here, I have more than 12 minutes to get it together. This is like steel. I mean, where the polyester is not. Kind of soft. So this mold here is ready to go. Kind of crappy looking though, how the PVA is on it. I guess I need to wash it and clean it and spray it again. So make up my mind. What should I do? I think I need to make a new one. I wish there was somebody on here who had perky experience. They could tell me what their airplane weighed. But the way this sets, I'd like this to weigh 2 ounces instead of 3. So it would be 2 1/4 instead of 4 1/4. So cut the weight right in half. And I think I would do that with this method right here. I believe. Well, we got no takers. I guess this will be a real short video today. I think tonight I'm going to get a couple of airplanes ready to fly, because it looks like the weather is starting to break. I will tell you this carbon fiberglass sanding is for the birds. Man, I itch all over. Yeah, I know nothing about them, so we're both in the same boat. I know I got a good engine coming for it. I guess we could open it up and show you how I'm going to mount the belt crank and such. So this is the top. I can mold that other thing off camera. Okay, so we need a piece of tape so I don't screw up. Everybody remember yellow tape on the top. I got to make a bell crank yet too. I guess I better make a couple of them. Somebody will buy this, I'm sure, but I'd like to have a winning. The reason why that weight is so important on this is because the weight equals horsepower. And this event goes from a standing start. Goes from a standing start. Oh, that's crook-sided. This is the top, so it goes on that way. Yep. Okay. So we have it right. So we got to turn this over. All this water. Okay, we want to go from this side right here. So in order to find that hole, we're going to need to drill a hole. Find a hole and drill a hole. Okay. So this is it goes on this way. I don't see it. Yeah, we could try this one, I guess. Okay. If I do this, it'll give me practice for the good one. This will be a practice one, and the other one will be a competition one, I guess. Okay, we need what? I guess we could use this. It's going to be dusty. You know what? Let's cut it open. Let's cut it open and then grind it. Because she's going to be dusty. That's the cutoff wheels. Where's the sanding drums? And a whole new box of them. Can't get this shit. Everything top crap. There they are. Okie dokie. That's right. Yeah, we got this little one we could use. If I think a big one would be better. Uh-oh. What did I do? I put it back in there. Leave this one out. Now we need a little Phillips. Yeah, they just cut that right off. That ain't no good. That ain't no good. So we could use this stone, I guess. That's not a stone, is it? Oh, it is. It's a Kutzall stone. That'll work. It just looks crappy. Let's get the magic eraser. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we'll try it. We'll only try anything once. It helped. Yeah, it helped. Okay. Let me get the blowgun, get that out of there. We got any air? Very little. Very little. We got very little air left. I don't feel like running the compressor. Let's see, can we get it in there? This is the bottom, so it goes in this way. This is not the bell crank I'm going to use, but it's same size. So we got to get this off of here. Turn that over. It goes this way. Perfect. Perfect. So I might as well put the nut up here so it don't fall out. This is the top. So the lead outs come out here. This might be tricky. Got no idea if I can do this or not. That looks pussy bueno. No adjustable lead outs. Well, I got 2 more airplanes left of this, so I'm going to start looking for these again. Okay, now we just need to make a bell crank. So I don't like that. We're going to have to glue them in. So this concept works. We've got plenty of room there. Might rub there, I don't know. So when the fuselage goes over this is the top. The airplane is in the top. You'll be able to fly it without the bottom on. The motor's in the top, upside down. The tank is in the top, molded in. The wing is molded into the top. The stabilizer is molded into the top, and so is the rudder. And the landing gears in the top, bolted in a crutch configuration. Then the bottom goes on, you can fly it, but the push rod will exit the bottom of the wing right out here over to the stabilizer. And what I figured I'd do for fillets instead of super fill, so I don't want any blue on it, I want all black, is I got some chopped carbon. I will take 2 pieces of tape, run over around the fuselage, 1/2-inch wide fillet, nice big round fillet, and take the HTR 250 and mix it with carbon chop and put a fillet in the wing. So that'll really glue the wing in solid to the top. Okay, 8.8 ounces. Really? Is that the whole airplane or just the wing? So that's the whole airplane with, is that with the engine? Because I figure the engine weighs quite a bit. Let's see what this engine weighs. But I'm getting a Nelson for it, so. Ben, is that with the engine in it? 8.8 ounces? This engine weighs 580. 580 on just this engine. I don't know what a Nelson weighs, but I'm sure it's pretty close. It's about the same size. 580. Shit, just this is 10 ounces. Engine and wing. I think we're going to have to go to that other setup. Well, this is a good idea. Ben, did you hear me? 8.8 ounces. Is that just the airplane with no engine? because this engine's 5 ounces of that. If I go with this wing setup, we're at 4.5 ounces with the tip and the bell crank in it, 4.5. Yeah, this is too heavy. This is too heavy. So, are we still on, Ben? Did you hear me? The reason I'm asking is if I can't beat that weight, there's no need to do this. This is a lot of work. So 4, and did he have the wheels on it? No tank. It did have the wheels on it. Well, we'll get the light wheels so they don't weigh shit. If this weighs 4, I got to build the rest of the airplane in 4 ounces. Can it be done? No, I think I need to lighten this wing up. We're going to go to that other setup. But this gives me the idea how I'm going to do it. What happened? Did everybody get off the thing? Nobody answering me. Says I got 12. Am I still alive or what? Maybe 1 ball less on tip weight. It feels pretty heavy. I'm still live. Okay. I got no answer back from Ben, and if I get that question answered, I know whether I can continue or not. Because just because Ben's airplane is not competitive, that doesn't mean anything. You don't know what engine he's got on it. If he's got a Fox on it or a OS, you don't know. But this concept is a good concept. It's just that I got too much material in this. You remember, I used 6-ounce cloth along with the carbon on this. So I had a half, 6.5, 7. I got 7.5-ounce cloth on both sides of this. So what I need to do is build another one with this material. It's got carbon and 2 layers of 1/2-ounce glass. So it's 1/2 ounce, and it's a different resin. This is the good stuff. The heat cured resin. It's a lot stronger. I mean, a lot stronger. It's like steel, and a lot lighter. So we're going to do that. I also think I'm going to mold in the toe around the leading and trailing edges. Or maybe I don't even need it. I don't know. Maybe I just put it together and be careful. It's a hard decision. Hard decision because I got 3 weeks work in this wing. But it's not light enough. I think I'm going to mold that hole in too. So it goes on that mold. The hole goes on that mold, and I'll mold in the lead out position. Let's see if I make that thing and I glue it on there. If I just mold it with a dimple, it'll be fine. Ben. You have a Blackhawk Perky kit. Wood for the wing weighs 1.1 ounces. That sounds about right. So you can have 2. Yeah, that wing weighs under 3 ounces. So I got to go this route. This wing is over 3. This wing will be under 3. Yeah, I know. So I figure you got an ounce of monocoat and an ounce of wood. That's 2 ounces. Half ounce of glue and a half ounce for the bell crank. And the tip weight, yeah, it weighs under 3 ounces. So I've got to do it this way. This will not be competitive. Engine plane minus tank and engine. Okay, 8.8 for entire airplane plus the wheels. Okay, that gives me a benchmark. Thank you. Yeah, we're stuck. I've got to redo this. But I think it'll only take me a day to get back to where I was. To build a new wing. Now that I know what I want, what I need to do. Because I got the process down. I just need to change the material and the schedule of layup. Okay, ain't nothing but to do it. We're going to need this because we got to weigh that stuff by weight, 100 grams, 125 grams, I think, or I don't know what the can says. Others done with fluid ounces. This is done with weight. Well, isn't that the pissers? Like I say, I know nothing about these. So if I built your airplane weighs 8 ounces. Now I don't know why Gordon would say that 16-ounce Perky is good, but well, that was 16 ounces with the engine. So 8, 16. That's about where you are, 16. About ready to give up on this project, man. I've been working my ass off on it and ain't going nowhere. I know I got to get my stunt ships ready to go. But it has kept me occupied. Two pieces and one. 2 and 1. We're going to get a good one out of this mess. I guarantee it. I will guarantee it. Here's my bell crank floor for the next one. So we'll put that over here. Rip that. Pretty discouraging. But we'll get it. Gotta have determination, as my dad would say. Hit it with determination. Get rid of that. I don't need it. Insta clean. Clean up the mess. Okay. $250 it is. And I can bake it in my oven. Well, I got to go wash the molds and re-PVA them. So we're not going to stay on while that goes on. That'll be really boring. It won't even be in the picture. Maybe by tonight we'll have a wing. A new one. Half the weight. Half the weight. You might as well get the materials cut while we're online here. Another roll of carbon down. Let's see. Maybe half. I got 4. 4.5 rolls, 5 rolls. There it is. So we want to use what glass? I don't want to use that big heavy glass. Yeah, doing a cartwheel is out of the question. We'll just have to let it break up if I want it light. Fuselage. So we need to make an oval out of plywood. Actually, I need to make an oval out of plastic. We use this plastic here and sand it to shape. Refine the mold. Here we go. Yeah, we're going to mold this hole in the next wing. Too wide, so you do it like that. So if I do that, what'll happen? Gotta think about this. Okay, let me cut this and sand it real quick. Okay, if I put this in the mold, this needs a draft angle on it. So if I do it like this, it'll be too small with a draft angle. So I need to tilt that table 10 degrees. Howdy, yo. Yep, I got to tilt the table 10 degrees. In order for me to glue this in the mold and have the thing release, and it goes in the bottom mold, so it doesn't even go in this one. And it's going to have an airfoil sanded into it. Jesus Christ. Of course, I could just clay it. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, I'll just clay it. That goes in the other mold. I still got to clean this one up. Let me pick out some more material here. Get ready for this layup. We're not going to use that. We're going to use this lightweight shit. I gotta have this. Tear straighter than I can cut it. Okay, we got the breather for the field fly. Now we need the breather. I gotta say, this experimenting has been educational. There's the breather. Field fly breather, 2 layers of half or 3/4. Do I have it in this box or do I gotta cut it out of a roll? I got it in the box. See, the reason why that thing is so heavy is I use this 6-ounce e-glass. This is pretty heavy stuff. I need to leave this out. That can be used for cowls and crap like that. Yeah, we're hung up. One layer of glass. I could get by with just one layer of this, but God, I hate to screw up and do another. Actually, this is heavier than the other stuff, I think. It should be all right. Well, if you guys want to see the whole process, I can let this run. But I got to go to the bathroom and wash that mold. I wish I had a bigger table to work on. This thing's about 10 foot long. Shit. Well, that's one. Okay, this is the same schedule as that other one that I did. 2 layers of this. No e-glass. And I could make real airplane parts with all this glass I got. It's ridiculous. I got a whole box of this shit. That's why they wanted to get rid of it. Get it the hell out of the shop. Yeah. We're not going to worry too much about how neat it is. Let's see if we can get it back in the bag. Gotta have more room to wrap it neat. I wonder if I should do one layer of half instead of this. Let's see, is this lighter than this? No. That'll be fine. And I still got 2 massive rolls of this shit. I would suggest, just a suggestion, if you're going to buy fiberglass, don't buy it at the hobby shop. Buy it from Wix. because it's 6 foot wide and 3 foot long and they always overshoot it for $6. So pretty good deal. I'll never buy hobby shop glass again. Okay. I think I need to cut the width down a little bit too. We got too much width. There it is. Okay, let's do the schedule now. So it's this. Get this out of here. That's it. That's the schedule right there. So now we need a scraper. Make sure it's clean. Not really. I'm sure a pro could do it, but I don't know how. We got extra material here, so I don't know how that translates. Shit, I still got to clay up that mold too, so that weighs 1 ounce. But there's extra material there, so it's the wing material is probably going to be in the 0.6, 0.5, 0.6, and the resin will be the same, so it'll be 1 ounce per side, or ounce and 2/10 per side. So that's a 2.5 ounce wing. So it's just a guess. I don't know. I don't know how to estimate it. But that right there is 1 ounce. So you take away the extra overhang, I would say that knocks it down to 0.6. So not quite half the weight, but 0.6. And then you double it for the resin. So that's another 0.6. That's 1.2 times 2 is 2.4 ounces for a wing. Is what it should be. The other one with that heavy glass cloth, and this is not big, even as big as it needs to be. So it was added this onto it. So let's see what this weighs. Just that short piece of cloth weighs 0.6. So there ain't no wonder why that damn thing's so heavy. I shouldn't have used this cloth. Oh well, I'm learning. And I'm itching too. This stupid fiberglass makes your hands itch. Get some lotion on it. It feels better. So I think I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go and wash them molds. I got to clay them up, PVA them, and we'll lay up another wing. So maybe by tonight, definitely by tomorrow, we'll have a completed job of the lighter version. Yeah, itching. But I'm not going to do them half-ass. There's no sense in it. Too much time and too much money invested to do it half-ass. So instead of continuing on with crap, we'll just go ahead and make a new one. So that'll be how many wings have I made? How many molds and how many wings? I made 6 molds and 6 wings before I'm going to get a usable one. Six molds and 6 wings. Unbelievable. You guys got any questions before I sign off? I got to go, like I say, wash these molds, clay them up one more time, PVA them. It'll take me every bit of hour and a half, 2 hours. Ben, it's impossible to beat balsa wood. I'm just doing this for my general knowledge and of how to do it. And it has been fun. But man, it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work with a lot of disappointments. But by the time I'm done, I'll be an expert. I'll know how to do this. Because there's no better teacher than doing it. I've made so many mistakes in life. You know, that's why I show my mistakes. You know, these other channels, you know, they show you the highlights and they cut out the screw ups and all that. Well, I know damn well they're screwing up. Man, I can catch them. I catch them at it while I'm watching it. Yeah, I'm going to try a full-size stunner as soon as I figure this out. I need to figure out the best way to do it with what materials. And here's the deal. If I can make this wing in 2.5 ounces, I'll have a 2.5 ounce stabilizer for a stunt plane. And that'll save a 1/2 ounce. That's worth it. That's what I had in mind. I didn't have in mind. I think I'm only going to put one 44 caliber lead shot in it instead of two. We'll just use that was 3/4. We'll use 3/8. Is that right? Let's see. 1/2 of 3/4 is 3/8. Each one of those weighs 3/8 of an ounce. They're only 52-foot lines, so that should be all right. But when I talked to Jim Bagani, it says it does have a low center of mass because the engine's upside down. So it's going to take more tip weight. Even they're only 14,000 lines, 52-foot long. So that's why I put 2 balls in it instead of 1, but I'll just go ahead and put 1 in it on this next one. And if I need more, I can always smear on some Gumby. But this airplane has got to be light. Got to be. All right, I'm out of here. I'll be back when I get all this shit ready to go, and we'll lay up another one. I wish I had one of them wings without cutting the flashing off it so I could compare it when it comes out. But every one of these that I've put together and taken apart and has had flashing and stuff on it. So I've cut it off. No, I hope you're not bored with this project. I'm giving it my all. And I'll see you later. Fair winds, tight lines. See you.